Hey, 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 how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Long time no see.
Yeah, right. It's been
So I was with you last week. We spent time together and we had all these wonderful plans that we were going to make a podcast over there. You checked out the local podcast place. We were going to do all of that. None of that happened. So just
well, that's the beauty of our family. We make plans and then they don't happen. So we have the expression "let's make it happen" is for us is "let's make it not happen."
let's maybe make it
Let's,
happen.
let's make,
So just to
um,
get everybody on board, it's what we're going to talk. We are talking about. So I was planning to go for a friends reunion. I've known some friends from 50 years ago when went to India. About five, six of us together. So we've been having for the last few years. We've been having reunions, and generally in BC because that's uh, British Columbia has been good. So this year we were going to go to Nanaimo, and we had a wonderful time. So I took advantage of this. We came about a day early and stayed the day after. So you and I spent some time together and we did stuff. So it was a lot of fun. So I thought what we'll do today, I put a collage of some of the photos we took instead of doing a podcast over there. Maybe we can just talk through some of the things we did and how much fun we had and all of that stuff. What do you think about that?
I love it. I know we have some good. I know we didn't take too many photos because we were too busy having a good time.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a really good idea. I love that. We can
So
share some photos
I'm
and
going to
then
share my screen of
okay.
this thing that I have made. So we'll see if it works. The thing is, once I share it, I'm going to disappear from the screen. You can still hear me, but I'm going to be disappearing from the screen. So can you see my screen now?
I can no, I can no, it's not showing yet.
Does it come up?
Oh, here we go. Now it's come. Now it's showing.
All right. So
Oh, very cool.
oh yeah, hey,
Very.
I actually I can see me. I thought because we tested this before to see if it actually works, and I thought that I wasn't going to be, but I can see myself on the screen too now, so that's wonderful.
Yeah, at the top, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
At
So
the top, next
that's
to me,
great.
and then the picture. Yeah,
So
perfect.
that was a
Very,
nice
very good.
surprise. This tells you how professional we are that we know what we are doing. We haven't got a
Yeah.
clue.
The,
So
the the first thing that caught my eye on this is the guy holding the coffee cup and the fact that I remember having the same haircut that he has with the ponytail.
that's
I literally had that. I had the it was the Steven Seagal look.
yes, I
So
know.
you
Those are the
do you
days that
remember?
you had hair, right?
I had hair, yes, I had hair. But I had that. I love that hairstyle.
Yeah. Let's just talk about. I think the first thing, one of the, I mean, I really enjoyed this. The day we went for a walk to that
Oh,
place, the Cypress Mountain. So
Cypress Mountain,
maybe
yeah.
you can just kick us off and just tell us what we did that day. These pictures, this over here that your wife took from us. I look like I'm trying to run at somebody at the picture on the.
You're leading the herd. You're
Yeah,
leading the herd. No, we went to so we're Vancouver is lucky enough to have three mountains in the North Shore. The famous one is Grouse Mountain, which you and I have traveled up to many a time. And Grouse Mountain has a grouse grind, which is a I think it's a 2.4 or 2.5 kilometer hike up
Mhm.
through the mountains, and it's categorized as a hard hike. That's the one that's very famous, the Grouse Grind. Then there's Seymour Mountain and Cypress Mountain. So we decided to go to Cypress Mountain because I had actually never been up to the mountain myself. So we um, we drove up and we there's six trails that you can choose from. We picked the shortest one,
And
which
didn't
was
finish it.
what yeah 1.5 kilometer round hike. It's not really a hike; it's a trail. and then it's categorized as an um, easy hike, easy trail. But if you remember, there's some steep hills in that.
There was.
There was some which I was like questioning. I'm like, oh, really? This is labeled easy. But then in the whole scheme of hiking, in comparison to the grouse grind, the popular one, then this would be considered easy. Anyway, there's we did the it's called the Bowen Lookout. Basically, you trek up 1.5. Oh, was it 3 kilometers round
No, it
trip?
was a three. It was just 3.5 kilometers round.
Round trip, right? Yeah. So we went through, and then like as you can see in the photo, literally pretty much all of the walk is literally like that through the green, like through greens, and you hear the birds, you hear the nature, and then
And this
we
is where
didn't
we
see
got
any.
to the top of the view. This is the view that we went to. This on the bottom left is what
Oh, that's right.
we took a
Bottom left.
picture.
Yeah, bottom left is the view. I mean, in the photo you can't really see, but you can basically look out to Bowen Island.
Yeah,
That's hence why it's called the Bowen Lookout. And you know, the photo, you can see the sky. It was a gorgeous day.
beautiful
It was
day.
an absolute gorgeous day. We
And this where we were standing, right across where we're standing, this guy here, this little guy, we thought it was a blue jay, but it's really called the Canada Jays. They call Canada Jays, and
oh, Canada
beautiful,
Day.
beautiful. But this
Is
actually
that
was
in
a
the
video.
photo? Is that in the photo?
Yeah, yeah, it was actually a video, but I didn't want to, I couldn't really load up the video
Oh,
because I'm such an expert. But I took a screenshot of it and I wanted to just remind us that it was really nice. We were feeding it. If you remember, we had some fruit and
yes.
they were looking for fruits, and so we gave it to them. So that was the first day that I thought it was a great day. We had wonderful time, and we had a big sack of fruit that we tried to eat it as fast as possible so we don't have a weight to carry with us. But it was a great day. We had a wonderful day.
At, at at what point did you see the sign that said "Don't feed the birds"?
After you told me.
Great big yellow sign. We should have taken a photo of that. Don't feed the birds,
That's
but
right. Yeah.
we fed the birds. No, that was good. That was a good. Was that the day that we went, and then we went for cholo kebab? We went
We went for
for
food, yeah, for
we
dinner.
went
It
for
was a
food.
great dinner. I should have put some pictures of the dinner up here. I didn't do that, but it was really nice. That
That's okay.
restaurant, the Persian restaurant that we went to,
Yeah,
Barjuja. We met some families that come from Iran for the first time, so we met all of them. It was a
yeah.
wonderful evening we had. That was really, really nice.
Iran and San Diego. The guy from
That's
San
right.
Diego too.
Yeah, the guy from San Diego. It was very good.
Yeah.
So that was that day. But there's some couple other pictures in here. Maybe we can talk about this one. This was the day that that's when I came back. That's the second day after
Yes.
we came back. We went for a bike ride around Stanley Park. Okay, I better let you do that.
I tell you that the cycle ride around Stanley Cup would be much easier than the cycle that we did around Stanley Park. So yeah, so we rented right by Stanley Park. Stanley Park is a huge island just off the mainland of Vancouver, and they have a they call it the sea wall. So you can pretty much walk or cycle or skate or whatever around the entire perimeter of Stanley Park. So obviously, as you're walking or cycling around to your left is the greenery and the forest, and then to your right, pretty much you see water all the way around.
And last time that I
Um,
was there, we walked the seawall, if you remember. That's
yes,
what we walked it. This time we biked it. Yeah.
we biked it. Yeah, rented a couple bikes. Uh, we did have a situation with helmets, with
Okay.
renting a
Do
helmet.
we want to talk about that? Okay. Do we want to talk about? I have a
No,
very
we don't.
funny shaped head that helmets don't fit my head. So especially on the side. So that's why my helmet is sitting on top of my head instead of over my head. So that's we can move on from that. But I do want to say
Okay, sure.
something. This is very
Yeah.
important because you brought this up to me. You see what I'm wearing here, the shirt here and these shorts? I'm wearing this is the first day I was there. About 5 days
Yeah.
later, I'm wearing the same thing. Obviously, I washed them, but I wanted to make a point. I have pictures from at least 7 years ago when I'm walking, wearing exactly this is my favorite outfit to wear when I'm going for a hike. So, and as you pointed out to me, the back of this shirt is
Oh
actually
yeah.
all worn out, and we need to I really don't have the heart to throw it away because it's such a
You
comfortable shirt and a
you
short. So
still
that
haven't thrown it out? You said you were gonna throw it out.
I did, but I don't have the heart to do it, so I'm going to
Oh,
keep.
you still don't have. So we rented the bikes, off we went, and as usual, you stormed off thinking it's the Tour de France. Instead of like most people leisurely cycle around, they stop, take pictures. No, no, Sorab was no, he's gonna put his Apple Watch on timer and off he went. And at one stage, the only thing I remember at one stage, we're passing I guess a family, a husband, wife, and a little daughter. And the mom rings her, the mom's like yelling to the daughter, Kimia, stay to the right. But they were Iranian, so she
Yeah.
didn't say it in English. But she was like, Kimia, stay to the right, stay to the right. You had already rung your bell, flown past her. I think the wind that you generated like almost pushed her off into the water. It was so funny. But that
And
was
I
a
heard you
great.
from behind that you told her good job in Farsi. You told him the good
Oh,
job.
that's right. That's right. Did you hear me say that?
I did.
You
I
heard
did.
me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as I went past the little girl, I was like, in Farsi, I was like, oh, good job. Good job. You did good. Keep going.
So
Just,
this was the last day that after I came back is the last day. The next day I was going to be going, but before on the days before I went on that friends reunion trip, we did something else, didn't we? Or
we
was it
did. That
when I
was
came back? Was
that
the
was
concert?
the,
When was the
hmm?
concert?
Yeah, the Sunday that you know, the concert was the Sunday that you came back.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk about that then now.
Yeah, so the Sunday that you came back, we had to take Shirin and her friends, or I had to take Shirin and her friends to a concert, Daniel Caesar concert, which if any listeners are at the age of like 15, 16, 17, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about. So we the girls were already on time. We left our house. We came straight to downtown where the Hulu ferry. You got the ferry from Nanaimo to downtown Vancouver. We picked you up. We went down to Rogers Arena. We were able to very conveniently find parking just a couple blocks away, street parking. Paid for parking. Dropped the girls off at the Rogers Arena, and that was it. That was like 6:30, and then off we went. And I'd already said to you, I think we should check out this sushi place,
Yeah, so that
because you
night,
know.
we walked, I know at least 45,000 steps because my watch stopped because it ran out of battery. But at the point it ran out of battery, I was at 45,000 steps. We walked a lot that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We went so from Rogers Arena, we walked down to Mainland Street. Has a It's in the Yaletown borough, very nice area of Vancouver actually. And we went down. There's a Yale Mainland Street and Hamilton Street both have a ton of restaurants. Very lively. I really wanted to take you to sushi because Vancouver has a reputation of having
You.
great sushi. So we went to the sushi place and we wanted. It was like 6:30. We got there 7, and we said to the lady, "Look, we want to come back in 1 hour. Can we make a reservation for 8 o'clock?" And she was like, "Yeah, we can get you in 7:30." So we made the reservation, and then if you remember, we went down to the waterfront.
Yes, we did.
And
This is we are in a boat going from one side of the water to the other side because of course we needed to have something to eat at the what is the name of that place?
Granville
Granville
Island.
Island, yes. They've got amazing muffins. So we were running over there, get a couple of muffins and a coffee, get back on the boat.
Scones, scones,
Oh, scones, that's right. It wasn't muffins, scones. Yeah,
scones,
that's right.
scones.
Yeah.
We got scones. We weren't planning on going on that little ferry ride, but we had time, so we
Yes.
walked. the seafront, jumped on the ferry, grabbed coffee at the Granville Island, and came back on the ferry, walked back. And we were like, if you remember, timing was perfect.
It
We
was
were
right
right
on
back at the
time.
restaurant for
And they had told
7:30.
us that we will have maximum 1.5 hours to eat. We were done in half an hour. So
That was so
this was
funny.
a really good choice, Navid. What you made, of course. Well, but everybody can see this picture. We sat at a counter. Basically, there are two counters, one on this side and one on the other side, and the kitchen is essentially in the middle with three or four
Yeah.
chefs that make your food and put it right on in front of you to eat it. And so there's this one, the sushi. This one I had, it was a bluefin, amazing, melt in your mouth, and they put it on this little stand that is in front of you. And as we were eating, the people next to me were eating this, and it looked really good. So I said, what is this?" And they said, "This is a Wagyu Don Wagyu, something like that." So it's a Wagyu.
Beef, yeah, Wagyu Don.
Yeah. So they brought it with the rice and a little bit of a egg yolk. We mixed it up. It was delicious. I mean, I know that you liked it too, but it was, and the other, the miso soup. Usually, miso soup is like sewer water. It's really, I've never ever had a miso soup that I liked, but this one was amazing. Very, very good soup. Everything was delicious.
It was really really good, and the fact that this was my first experience where you could order sushi open or rolled up. I'd never seen that before, so that was really cool. And then the fact that they were just making it right there in front of you,
Yeah.
and then they put it on your plate. Everything was so good. The only and they have a 4.8 rating out of like 1,600 reviews. So it was really really good. It was just I think their air conditioner was done. It
Yes, it was
needed
a
a
little
new
bit
one.
warm. Yeah.
Really need a new one. That was amazing. That was really, and
It
they
was a
were,
very
and
good
then literally
choice.
when
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
were nearly done, they had that group of like 12 people arrive, right?
That's right. Yeah, it was well. It was a very good. And then this after this, we walked another. This was about 8:30, and we weren't picking the girls up
8:05,
until
8:05. If you
oh, 8:05.
remember,
That's right.
I
8:05,
came out and I said, "Hey, in 30 minutes we're done."
and we were supposed to pick up the girls at 10:30. I think it was. So
10:30.
we walked another 2.5 hours. It was wonderful because really to get rid of all of calories that we've taken on. So let's just talk about the last day. This the last two pictures of from the last day. When
Oh
did we
yeah.
go to Paul? Was it last day?
No, no, no. The Paul was after you were so full with sushi, and then you you were like, "Oh man, I can't eat anything else." And as soon as we stepped out, you were like, "So which direction is Paul?" So
Well,
then
just for
we
everybody's
walked.
benefit, who doesn't know what about Paul? Paul is a French bakery place. I first experienced it in Paris, and they've opened some in the UK, and they've opened a few. I was so excited that they opened one in Vancouver. So last time that you and I went there, we ordered, I think, about 7 or 8 items. And the people in front of us were ordering one cake to share, and they were looking at us like we are from Mars. So this was a very nice. It's right on. Is it on Robson Street?
Robson, yeah.
We had, well, this time we only had one each. This is yours. I think this is what you had, I believe, and I had one, and we had it with coffee. So that was uh, finishing the night with when we were really
We
full with a couple of desserts. So
after Paul, if you remember, we walked all the way to English Bay.
that's
Had
right.
a we were by the and then it was dark by then, so we sat for 10 minutes in front of English Bay, and it was busy, man.
It
It
was
was
very
busy. I
busy.
mean, the weather was great.
Yeah,
And then we walked, so from English Bay back to Rogers Arena was it said 50 minutes if you remember, five
yeah,
zero.
that's right.
And then
So
we walked
I,
back.
I know that we are running a little bit out of time, so I just want to take these pictures off in a second, but I want to talk about this one, this picture here. So this is the day we were planning to go. We came to North Van to do some shopping,
Oh,
and we were going to go to dinner that night because we had arranged for your wife to meet your wife, and we were going to go for dinner at night. But both of us encouraged each other. We were hungry, so we went to a Persian restaurant and we ordered this appetizer with a big bread, and not pictured here is a big stew of kebab, Persian kebab, with another bread. So that was all wonderful. We had a really enjoyable time from there. So I'm going to stop this pic sharing and then we can talk about to bring this to a close. It was a
I want to ask you, I mean, we didn't even, yeah, I want to ask you what was your, if you had to pick a highlight, if you had to pick a highlight of this trip, not part of, not the one that you went with your friends. I mean, just in Vancouver, if
oh, the
you
time with
had to
you.
pick a highlight.
I think there was a few, quite frankly. It's very hard to say. The first thing that, your wife had gone out of her way, had invited all of the family. Then the first night that I arrived, that was a fantastic experience because the kids who were there were the kids of the kids. I used to see them when they were their ages or maybe younger, many, many years ago. We used to come to Vancouver 20 years ago regularly, at least 2 or 3 times a year. You were not there in Vancouver at the time, but these
Yeah.
kids were all their parents were little children at the time. So getting together for that first night was a terrific, terrific highlight for me. I really enjoyed it, and of course the everything else was great. You and I always enjoy walking and eating, right? So
Yeah.
that day that we walked a lot was is fantastic. How about you? What do you think?
I think I love, yeah, the gathering was good. For me, if I had to, I think the bike ride around the seawall was the highlight. I
Yes.
think that was fantastic. Just people, sometimes you have to take a minute to think that people travel hours and hours to come and witness that. Like it's well known, like it's well known across the world, and people, and it's right here. It's 1 hour
Right
from my
next to you.
house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like you just can't. So that for me was the highlight in terms of activity. And then I have to say that sushi was just phenomenal.
It was
That
really.
sushi was for me was just awesome. I really, really enjoyed that. That was
Did you
amazing
say what the
experience.
name of the place was? You want to say the name of the place that we went to?
Oh,
Oshi. Yeah,
Oshi
Ocean.
Nuri.
Yeah, it was very good.
Like phenomenal. Just the service. I mean, the food great, the chef's great. But do you remember the two
The two
Brazilian
Brazilians.
waitresses? Just
Yeah,
and we never our water cup was never empty.
yeah, they were
Like just
right there.
right on it. They were right on it. It was just, yeah. For me, that's the two: the seawall and the
Good
sushi was the
choice.
highlight for me. So
Definitely a good choice. I had a terrific time. I really enjoyed it. It was, it was basically sandwiching the amazing time that I had with my friends, the start before, and that was basically a perfect sandwich. So I had a thoroughly enjoyable trip. So,
great stuff.
all right. Well, that was good, good, good recap. And now I want to be in
Yeah.
Vancouver. So it was a good reminder. Well, good,
Great.
good talking to you again. Until next week. I guess we'll think about what we're going to talk about next week.
Next week. Sounds good, bro.
All
Take
right.
care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.